and it is prime time in Kota, and it's a good start from Abazi. He looks to go up the inside, a little bit of a moment, but actually Miron Pijl up the inside into turn 1, and will he be able to maintain it all the way around? Abazi trying to get involved with the fight as well, and it is Abazi falls down. Miron Pijl is being fought up the inside of turn 3, and that's turn 4 and 5. You don't see cars too wide there to 2 Ferrari putting everything on the line here at the start of Grand Prix, and Kaspers fights back and gets back into the lead of the race. So that is all as they were in the top 4. Mika Luof has made a jump. Anton C has fallen down to 18th position.
Yeah, huge contact at the start there. Marcel Hull spinning around and taking quite a few drivers with him. Jack Davies had I don't even know what it was off the start. He just didn't move. He was there for quite a while, so he's very far back.
And Martin Alderink into 12th position. He's battling with Tibor Tiblias. So
it's a spinner.
But there's a huge contact, and it was Martins Vandenberg, I think. Martins Vandenberg involved in a collision. He must have spun, and that has took out a number of our runners. Alessandro Putelli, Tibor Tiblias, all took out by that incident. Who comes into the back pit? Anton C, maybe thinking about the pit, but doesn't do it. He has to actually give a place back. I think he got a warning.
Mika Luof as well, getting sent across the rumble strip by Jakob, and it goes up the inside of the Red Bull, just lucky to avoid contact there. He might look to get a switch back here. The Red Bull's got the main line. Mika Luof will take the ordinary line. Jakob goes defensive, and he gets a better exit than Mercedes, and it's up to P5 for the Red Bull. And a lovely move from Luca down the inside, or at least an attempt. He'll do it again down the inside. Oh, and he spins out. Mikel Nordi, or almost does. Mikel and Luca managing to keep their positions, but that was slightly dirty from Luca there. Maybe just turned in on Buddy Alpine. Hard to tell without a replay, but the Alfa Romeo stays put in P10.
Right up behind, has the slipstream, has the DRS, goes to the inside, gets a car length alongside, and deep on the brakes goes Axel Lergestam. Very hot. Whoa. Tries to keep 2 wheels in there, but just falls behind, and maybe under pressure from the other Alpine here. Nordal will be able to close down and make this overtake. Up the inside they'll go, but out of the slipstream you see him lose that absolute top end speed. It's going to be late on the brakes if he gets by. He does go up the inside. There's a contact between the two, maybe just the faintest touch, but Axel Lergestam holds on to 8th position again on lap 7. Nordal just absolutely lunged Lergestam in to turn 16 and made contact. And Lergestam off. I think he's made contact with another behind. James Taylor clearly having impressive finish speed, but he is lunging on the brakes and very, very taking a lot of curb there and actually running him a little bit wide there. Maybe not leaving the space for the Mercedes. There's more contact through turns 13 and 14. And is this going to come to blows here? Again, a little bit more contact. These two are getting feisty. The Mercedes and Red Bull battling out on track. We've seen that before. It'll be the inside of 17 and 18, the double right-hander for the Mercedes, but if the Red Bull can keep it hung out there, and he does, and there's contact between the two, he's way off the track. Adam Jep gets the move off, and Mika Luof goes up, and there's a big moment from the Red Bull. He's overheating his tyres, he's facing the wrong way, cars having to take evasive measures, and he will return to the track there, and he will fall all the way down, out of the points-paying positions. Axel Lergestam on a move back up the field, but actually the Haas without DRS managing to pull ahead of the Axel, and there's another Aston involved. There's all sorts of contact between the Red Bull and the Aston. Clearly Red Bull are annoyed about Aston copying the technology, and there's all sorts of contact all over the place. It's so difficult to tell with these angles at the Circuit of the Americas, but the Aston Martins fall out there and fall backwards after contact with Lergestam and Jakob Adamsek here, and it's mad stuff. It's mad stuff on circuit.
For him, Axel Lergestam getting feisty with Jakob once again. He loses the rear. No, Jakob. I mean, not Jakob, Axel. The Hasses now both P14 and 15, and that was unfortunate for Axel. It looked like a bit of a weird line, so it was bound to happen. He goes defensive straight away. Anton C can take the main line. He's out of the slipstream, but he has the DRS and the ERS, and it's a clean move for Anton C. The Alpines are actually going at it in Sector 2, however. Lastly going up the inside of his teammate Mikel Nordi. Mikel will focus on the exit here. Lastly will be off on the exit, but Wesley Kaspers comes into the pit lane. Miron Pijl inherits the lead.
Miron Pijl is in the pits here on lap 17, and it will be a pair of medium tyres. It is Wesley Kaspers coming around the final corner. He was leading the race before the pit stops, and I think he's going to get out in front here. I think that middle sector has been enough, but you'll see the Ferrari jump up to the left, and he does get out into second position, maintain position, and now he'll have fresher rubber, and it's a huge gap.
Undercut was so much better.
1.7 second, 1.8 second. That undercut has performed massively. How slow were those hard tyres? Massively slow. Abazi stays out there. He's going to try and do something different.
Yeah, James Taylor and Lastully engaging a little bit of wheel-to-wheel combat here. Lastully will have the inside for this corner, maybe giving James Taylor just a little nudge, but the Alpine gets through at least for those two corners. James Taylor will have the inside for this one, though. He won't have the better exit. Lastully will be all over his case on that one. He takes a lot of the sausage curb, wanted to go around the outside. The outside just wasn't there for him, and yeah, he stays in P6.
Pushing very hard.
Oh, no!
And,
Jakob has absolutely spun out Luca. That's a huge collision, relative to this race. And Luca is now down in P12. Luckily, that wasn't a DNF for either driver.
Mikalov having to go defensive. Lastully right in this battle as well. And he's going to try and go up the inside of James Taylor. That'll be the outside of turn 13 here. So much deeper on the brakes. We've seen switchbacks and switchbacks again through this lot of corners here. But we've also seen contact. The Alpine again throws it up the inside. It's good, clean racing between the Alpine and the Mercedes. And Lastully finally up into 5th position here. Now he'll try and attack Mika Luoff for 4th position in this race. And we're on lap 26. We're on
better exit.
3 laps to the end, and it's a much better exit. It could be a lunge up the inside to turn 11, and the Alpine behind isn't too far behind either, but he'll have DRS on one another anyway. So both cars will have DRS pushed out over the curbs. He'll feel very frustrated at Lastully, feel he would owe the space and lose the position to his Alpine teammate, who is now closing and closing down the straight. Meanwhile, Mika Luoff is able to get a bit of run through all of this battle. He may be able to break the DRS toe, and the Alpine in 6th position doesn't get by James Taylor. Mika Luoff back into 4th and 5th position. Mercedes having a good day at the races here. Through this sector, he's had a better run through the downforce heavy sectors of sector 1 and 2, and he makes a big moment. Big moment. Who is disqualified?
Mika's disqualified.
Mika Luoff.
He's out.
Disqualified. Miron Pijl is spun, so he's not going to be taking the lead. And Mika Luoff, we didn't see what happened there, but he is out of the race. He's had a disqualification.
Yeah,
I have no idea what that's
We had this glitch last year with Marcel Hull, who isn't racing at the moment, but he should get his place back. That's awfully unfair. That is a glitch here at COTA.
The Dutch sensation starting to have one hand on the championship here, and he does a little wiggle over the line, celebrates with his team, and that is a big win for the championship for Kaspers. Miron Pijl understood the assignment, spins over the line and knows this is going to be so much harder than it was if he won it.